The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that one.
On EA Sports.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Tonight, it's a preseason match. Between the Oakland Raiders and the Seattle Seahawks. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. The first carry now for Doug Martin. There goes Doug Martin. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Doug Martin, 46 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they're in on the first play from scrimmage. Our crew and you and I, we better strap in here.
That's what's commonly known as quick strike. Points on the board. This could be a fun game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Following the touch. Down, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Oh, he's going to take a shot. Oh, wide open, complete. the 20, 10, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 78 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Now Martin. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Flush to his right. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So that penalty will back them up half the distance to the goal line.
Still 3rd down.
So after the penalty, they're back to where they started, 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Martin. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. That's a big-time run there by Martin. 48 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
False start. Offense.
That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. This is Richard. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Here we go on 2nd and 12. This will be caught by Brown. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Out to his left. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown Raiders. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And he moved left there, Charles. Little danger play. He didn't throw toward that left side, went over the middle. Got the 6, though.
Yeah, he seems like the type of guy that when you told him as a kid, don't touch the stove because it might be hot, he touched it anyway. And this one, he got away without getting burned.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. On third down, Carson, and he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Penny, a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. On second down, here's Penny. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You may also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
It's complete to Jerome Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Boy, it's not. Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Carr gives to Richard. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He'll let this go, and it's hauled in by Nelson. Touchdown, Raiders. J.J. Nelson, 39 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he is going to come up empty here as they stop him short of the goal line. And this will remain a one-score game as the lead holds at 7. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
On 1st and 10, Smith. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing is Smith. And Jerron Brown's got it complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Smith throwing again over the middle, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And now look at him go. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, 10, 5. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
They're going to get 9 here on 1st down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 2nd and a yard, Smith. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot. Because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. J.J. Nelson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So now here's Derek Carr leading his guys up to go for 2.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff. You don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. One more half of football to get through before we say goodbye to the 2019 preseason. All 32 teams in action tonight. Then everyone will be required to cut down to 53 by 4 Eastern on Saturday. And we get it all started 1 week from tonight. The Packers and Bears from Soldier Field. In our game, the starters are long gone, but still some intrigue to see guys trying to make a late roster push as we get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing on second down, Smith, and his throw here's incomplete. Jaron Brown, the intended target, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Geno now to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to float this one. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Jacobs now, and he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs, and that one blown up quickly. as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense. Countered it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Again, it's Penny. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Smith on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr. And it's hauled in by Nelson. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr as his guys continue to pour it on. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking